Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn and Virgo love reading. And this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. We have forgiving and learning, and that is crossed by let go of control issues. Okay, let's see. What other cards do I want? Let's go with these. All right, so we got our romance angel cards. We're going to get some tarot. We're going to get some clarifiers and then close out with an oracle. I feel like maybe someone is being stubborn. Somebody is not seeing the other person's point of view. Somebody is making this one-sided because that's why it can't progress. Like, you can't get over whatever this issue is that you're having. You can't get past it because somebody's being stubborn. Somebody's not seeing things from the other person's point of view. They have blinders on. Someone has blinders on. They're trying to say that they're right, and that's not to say that their side is not right, but it's also about seeing things from the other person's point of view. It's, you know, that's what a relationship is that compromise between, yeah, like you have to see it from the other person's point of view too. We all have different opinions. We all have different points of views. We all have perceptions on things. Just like when you send someone a text message, you know, we've all had those times when we've sent someone a text message and you had one meaning with it, but the person who received it took it a different way. And you're like, no, that's not what I meant. I meant it this way. So it's being able to see, okay, well, I can see how you took it that way, but that's not what my intention was. That's not what I was meaning. So I feel like that's sort of this situation here, is being able to see the other person's point of view and the other person's side, okay? All right, so we have the 10 of Swords, we have the 8 of Cups, we have the 9 of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, 3 of Swords, and 7 of Wands as an outcome. All right, I feel like this is something that the two of you are going to have to work on. I feel like this is something that, you know, this may come up again in the future. Like it may be, I feel like the two of you are just butting heads. I see like two, like just like two rams or something. I don't know. That's like the picture that I saw. just butting heads. And I feel like it's about maybe not hanging on to those things. You know, sometimes you like to, you know, people like to hang on to things and keep that little nugget, you know, for something in the future and be able to throw that back at that person. Well, that's not going to help a relationship, okay? That's going to be where people are hanging on to hurt, and that little seed is going to start to grow of negativity, is going to start to grow, or resentment or hurtfulness is going to start to grow. And that's not what you want within this relationship, because eventually it will split you apart. It will cause a lot of friction. So I feel like this is really important for the two of you to be able to work on this. Somebody's holding on to something, okay? Maybe somebody's feeling like they're always right, but it's like, okay, let me take a step back and let me see things from a different perspective. But that person has to have that mindset of, okay, let me see things from your perspective. Okay? Let me see things. That person has to be in that frame of mind. Because if you're not, then it's never going to change. It's never going to get better. Now, we do have the 9 of Cups here, which is the immediate future energies. And I do feel that, you know, and we have this Ace of Cups here. And I feel like it is about the two of you want to work on this relationship. But like I was saying, is that you both have to be in the same frame of mind and working on this letting go of things, okay? Because forgiving and learning can't happen if somebody's having control issues. All right, if somebody's trying to control something, if someone has those blinders on, because that 8 of Cups can't happen if you're like, well, I'm always right. It's my way or the highway. Like that's not how it works in a relationship. Any kind of relationship. It can be a friendship. It can be with a family member. It can be business. You know, obviously if it's your boss, you know, you don't really have a choice there. But I mean, it could be like a friendship that you have with someone at work. But future energies, we have the Three of Pentacles. This is something that the two of you are going to have to work on. Perfect. Justice. Balance. Balancing. Seeing both sides, okay? Hearing both sides. Listening to both sides. But listening with an open heart and not just like, you know, listening but you're not really listening. You know, you're rolling your eyes and you're listening. Like that doesn't count. Really trying to step in the other person's shoes and see their perspective of the situation. I'm not really sure what this forgiving and learning is for. I'm not really sure what this Eight of Cups is, but if this relates to you, you will understand what that Eight of Cups is. We have the Page of Cups, and that is about feeling emotionally better, letting go of this Ten of Swords. Wow, you two have been through a lot. You know, but I feel that there's this connection here. I do feel like the two of you are struggling. But I do feel that there is a connection, and that's what you're trying to figure out. And maybe it's just like, I don't, you know, it's maybe having that aha moment of saying, yeah, you know, this is what it is it's being able to see things from both sides. All right. I do feel that the two of you will be able to get past this and move forward and move on from this. But again, it's about your frame of mind. If you're both in the same frame of mind of wanting to work on this and wanting to get past this. If someone is being stubborn and only wants to see their own point of view, it's not going to happen. It's still going to be that frustration. Nine of Cups. I love it. Love it. That's the energy that I was feeling. Hanging Man. The Hanged Man is taking a step back and seeing things from a different perspective, and I feel like that is just the theme of this reading right here. There is someone who is not seeing things from the other person's perspective, okay? Opening the doors, opening the gates, taking those steps, putting the work in, and I feel like it's opening the gates, opening the opportunities to viewing this relationship in a different perspective, in a different way. But feeling more fulfilled, okay? Feeling happier, feeling like, oh. But I do feel that it's something that the two of you may struggle with for a while. But if you realize that that's what's happening, then you can be like, you know, you're not seeing my point of view. We're back where we were before. Ten of Pentacles. It's like opening that chest, and we have the Ten of Pentacles and we have the Three of Cups. Happiness, happiness. I feel like once you work on this and you know that this is what the issue is, it's like you feel happier. You're like, okay, we need to work on this. We know that this is sort of a weak spot within our relationship, and this is what we have to work on. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I told you there was a connection between the two of you. Lovers and Ace of Cups, and I almost feel like it's a rebirth of your relationship, because you guys are growing and you're learning. You know, maybe how this worked before worked, but now it's like you're growing and you're learning, and you've been together for a while, and it's like maybe this is something that you've always kind of had an issue with, but now it's gotten to the point where it's really affecting things, but you're like, okay, we have to do something about this. So I almost feel like it's a reconciliation, a rebirth of your relationship here, because you guys are learning so much from this. Okay. Oh, what do we have here? We have the Ace of Wands, we have the High Priestess, and we have the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Knowing within that there is a spark in the fire between the two of you, and that you want to nurture this relationship, okay? You want to move on from the Three of Swords. I feel like there is a disconnect because of this issue here. Like there's this distance between the two of you, but working on this brings the two of you back together. And Seven of Wands as the outcome. That's knowing what you want to do, knowing that you want to work on this relationship, and knowing that you have work to do, knowing that some things have to change. Looking within, I feel like that's for each of you. Okay, we have the Hermit card, which is the Virgo card. Okay, which is Virgo. And that is, but I also feel that that's both of you looking within and seeing those things that you can change within the relationship, and not putting all of that onto the other person, and looking at how you respond to things, and are you really seeing that other person's point of view, and looking within and saying, okay, is this the energy that I feel? Do I want to pursue? Do I want to keep going with this relationship? And am I ready to put the work in? Am I ready to open those doors to put the work in within this relationship to have this relationship progress? And like I said, I think I said from the beginning, is that the two of you have to be in that same frame of mind where you want to work on this relationship. Okay, and what are those things? What is the formula to make this happen? Taking it into your own hands. Making sure that you don't have other people kind of put their 2 cents into this. You know, I feel like this is really something to work on between the two of you. And being open to the suggestions of the other person and not shutting that down. All right, let's see. Let's close out with an animal oracle card. Flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. You guys are in the in-between right now. That's exactly what I feel like. You guys are in this point. It's like, do we work on this and do we move forward, or do we walk away? But I feel that there's a connection there. I do feel that there's a connection there. I do feel that, you know, but I feel like you guys have been struggling with this for a while. But it's like I said, you have to be in the same mind frame in order to move forward on this. It's definitely about perspective. Embracing this, you know, working through it, realizing where you are, looking at those things that you need to change, and then working on it to move forward. Not looking back, bringing stuff up from the past. Maybe that needs to be worked through and then it's let go of. And not maybe even, you know, putting a lot of pressure on the future. Like, let's work through this now. Let's get through this, see how we can do this, see how we mesh, see how we work on this, and then let's go forward from there. Not putting pressure on anything. Again, like this says, allow the situation to unfold naturally, not trying to control anything. Let this unfold of being able to work on this and this big change and adjustment within your relationship. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.